We're here on 25-244 Wesley Weber. We were here on June 18th, 8 days ago. After you left here, you went over to probation. There was a suspicion that you were under the influence of drugs, and then you admitted that to Nicole Newman. So this was reset for today.
Okay, freeze right here. That line, "this was reset for today," tells us this isn't Wesley's first rodeo. The judge's tone is already heavy with disappointment, and you can feel that this isn't just about drugs, ... It's about betrayal of the court's trust. So, ask yourself, is the system too forgiving, or is Wesley just playing it? Okay, freeze right here. That line, "this was reset for today," tells us this isn't Wesley's first rodeo. The judge's tone is already heavy with disappointment, and you can feel that this isn't just about drugs, ... It's about betrayal of the court's trust. So, ask yourself, is the system too forgiving, or is Wesley just playing it?
During the course of the plea, if you use drugs or alcohol in the last 48 hours, and you told me no. So that's why I asked that question. What the hell's wrong with you?
I apologize, sir. I
don't want your apology. I want to know why you're doing what you're doing.
Well, I clearly have an issue. I mean, I'm not making...
What's the issue?
My use of cocaine. And it's only cocaine, but you know.
Well, see, now, here's the problem.
Yes.
Why would I believe anything you tell me from this point forward?
I understand.
Well, you may understand or you may not understand, but why would I believe anything you...
Boom, there it is. That's right. The judge just made it crystal clear. Wesley has zero credibility left. In courtroom dynamics, once the judge no longer believes you, everything else is uphill and slippery. Have you ever seen someone lose all leverage in under 90 seconds? Because that just happened.
I know it's been within the last 4 days. I'm certain it wasn't 4 days ago.
Okay.
Right? So why don't you tell me, don't tell me what you believe. Tell me when you, the question was, when did you last use cocaine?
It's been within 3 days.
Okay. See, that doesn't answer the question either.
Yeah.
The question is, when did you last? You're a bad bullshitter. Don't bullshit. Okay.
Yeah.
The question is, when is the last time you used cocaine? You know when it was, so goddamn it, tell me what it was.
Yes, sir. Today is Thursday. It would have been Tuesday.
Is that a question or an answer?
That is an answer.
Okay. Tuesday when?
Afternoon.
Where?
At work.
At work.
Yes, sir.
Where'd you get it from?
Someone I know in my hometown.
Okay. Who did you get it from?
Do you need a name specifically?
You see, here we go. Okay.
I'm asking, sir.
No, I'm asking you.
Yes.
And you're evading me. Okay. The question was, who did you get it from? That's a very specific question with only one answer. The answer is the name of the person you got it from.
His name is Bryant.
What?
Bryant is the first name.
Bryant.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is he like Pele? He only goes by one name, or
Bryant Thompson.
Bryant Thompson.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how do you know Bryant Thompson?
Just through mutual friends.
Which friends?
I believe I met him through my barber. My barber ended up giving me his name years ago.
Why?
For that use.
Okay. How many years ago?
3.
What are you going to do about your drug problem?
Well, like you said, I know you don't have reason to believe me, but I am motivated with my work schedule and keeping my...
Well, you're using cocaine at work.
Yeah, I understand. But
no wonder why you're motivated to be there.
But I understand how it's affected my job, and my performance is lower when I do, and I don't want it to affect that.
Okay. So what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to quit use, and I'm going to seek more help. I have, I don't know a name yet, but my mother knows a counselor through church who she's going to try to help me get in contact.
What church?
It's called Grace Fellowship in Niles, Ohio.
Didn't you go through some treatment program before?
I did.
What was that?
So that was through the Niles Court, and to be honest, it was not very in depth. It wasn't super helpful, I don't think, for me.
Why didn't you go to one that was more in depth and more helpful?
I should have.
I know, why didn't you? Because you didn't want to, okay? Because you liked getting high, right?
Yes, sir.
This could.
Yup, that line should go on a plaque. Fastest violation in the history of intervention. The sarcasm is cutting deep here. The judge isn't just scolding, he's documenting failure in real time. For everyone watching, this is no longer about justice. It's about disappointment on a human level.
High at work?
I don't believe so. You may suspect.
Did he ever say anything to you?
He hasn't.
That doesn't seem like a very good place to work.
I know I don't represent them well, but it honestly is a very great place to work. You're not represented well by me, I understand that.
Where did you work before that?
I was a supervisor at UPS for 6 years.
You were using it then too, right?
Not the entire time, the last like 2 years of my work there, yes, I was.
Was there something, what drugs did you use before cocaine?
Slight marijuana and drinking casually, just with, on weekends. But nothing ever to the extent that I have when I started using cocaine.
So, and you're how old now?
32, almost 33.
So when you were 28 or 29, you started using cocaine?
Correct.
Right. And was there, of course, for the sake of this discussion, I'm going to believe what you're telling me, okay? So is there some reason you went through your first 28 years without using cocaine and decided, shit, what a great idea it would be to get hooked on cocaine?
The moment of truth. The judge is trying to understand why Wesley spiraled into addiction, but Wesley's answer, it's vague, empty. This is a teachable moment. Addiction doesn't always come with a neat origin story. Sometimes it's just ... The slow burn of a lost sense of purpose. Heavy stuff.
Did you think it was going to give you purpose in life?
I don't know what I was thinking when I did it, to be 100% honest with you.
How much does cocaine cost these days?
It's expensive. I mean, a gram is like $100, and they go fast.
We actually didn't do an entry on this, right? So I haven't sentenced him yet, or I haven't made the final determination yet as to what the terms of your intervention. They ain't the same as they were 8 days ago, I'll tell you that. Because you have no ability to control your habit. Do you think you have the ability to control your habit?
I did for several months, and then I made one bad decision.
Which months?
So from February up until about 2 weeks ago. I was clean because I was doing that Travco program where I was testing clean.
The what?
I was doing a drug program in Warren out of the Niles Court called Travco, where I was being tested.
How do I know that?
I don't know how to. I mean, I was doing it through for the Niles Court.
Okay, how do I know that?
You don't.
Right.
You don't.
That's the problem when you start lying to me.
I understand.
And then this entire time, I don't believe anything you're telling.
I understand.
Okay, so let's, again, for the sake of our discussion, assume that you have been testing in Niles Court. And further assume that it had been negative. So for several months, you weren't using.
Correct.
And then when the program was done, you immediately figured, well, I ain't getting tested no more, I'll start using again. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have no control over that issue. Because if you had control over it, you wouldn't have went back to using.
Correct.
Correct. So you think going to some counselor at some church you don't belong to that your mother suggested is the solution to your problem?
Not the end all be all. I think it could aid, it could help, but I understand it's not the solution. It's not going to fix everything.
Why don't you find the solution?
Okay.
What does that mean? The question is, why don't you find the solution? Did you ever think maybe the solution to your problems might be found in the pursuing of the solution to your problem?
Yes.
No, you didn't. Ms. Tomaszek, anything you'd like to say?
Just briefly, Your Honor, since Mr. Weber technically wasn't sentenced, I would just like to ask the court to allow him one more opportunity to do the intervention in lieu of conviction with, I do believe Mr. Weber needs much more treatment than he sets out. So we'd just like to ask the court to allow him one more chance at the intervention in lieu and maybe a little more stricter conditions, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Randallson, anything you'd like to say?
Well, I do want to say, Your Honor, that when Wesley interviewed with me, he was not high. So that's why it's so easy to tell that he was high previously and that he is high today. It's totally different for me. And although it might not be what Mr. Weber wants, I think that maybe the jail treatment program.
What in your telephone under what's the contact information you have for Bryant?
I would have to pull out my phone in order to, you mean the actual number?
No, just pull out, tell me when you go to, what's he under, Thompson?
Correct.
Okay.
Did you want me to do that, sir?
No,
Okay.
I just want to know what it was under. I mean, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to delete it.
I would do that right now if you want me to, sir.
The terms that were put on the record, that not yet adopted by judgment entry on June 18th are rescinded. That's where you were placed on the 1-year plan. With 2 days in jail, no drugs or alcohol, full employment. So the new terms, you're going to stay on the intervention, 4-year plan. 47 days in jail with credit for 2. The last 30 days, you're going to be in the jail treatment program and complete it, follow all recommendations. You're going to get a mental health evaluation, follow all the recommendations. You're to have no drugs or alcohol and you'll be screened. You attend at least 3 AA or NA meetings a week and get a sponsor. Obtain and maintain full employment, pay the costs and supervision fees. Ms. Randallson, any other terms of the plan?
No, Your Honor.
You understand the terms of the plan?
I believe so.
Is there anything you don't understand?
Does that mean I go to jail?
Yes, it does.
And just like that, reality hits. Does that mean I go to jail? Yes, it does. No courtroom drama needed. No shouting. Just cold, hard consequences. Notice the tone shift. This isn't punishment. It's accountability. And Wesley, he finally sounds like he feels it.
I understand.
Or you seem to think that you have a problem that you can manage all by yourself. And you can't. You're not even close. So that's what it is. And then, like I told you last time, if you violate, the state will file a motion to terminate, and the next time I'll just terminate it. And then you'll have a felony conviction. When you go to find a job, you can tell them you have a felony conviction. They'll probably ignore you. So that's one alternative. The other alternative is you can attempt to get your act together, and then you can find your purpose and not run in and out of court.
And there it is, the judge's final pitch. A fork in the road. Get it together, or be labeled a felon for life. This isn't just a sentence, it's a challenge. But will Wesley rise to it? That's the question. Let us know in the comments, do you think he'll make it? Or is this déjà vu waiting to happen?
All right.
45 days straight, I think Andrew had you said first, the third person or last time they did the jail treatment program. We're thinking the chain sooner.
So there's nothing around this, and you just don't use that.
Because we had everybody doing whatever.